Hello guys, welcome to yet another episode of AML Talks. So today we'll be looking into Gemini API. So Gemini API has lots of use cases in chatbot creation or in RAG-based systems. So we will be looking at how you can use Gemini API without any glitch. You can take an audio input, you can take a text input, you can take a video input, and you can do like a multi-chat conversations also. So those things will be covered in today's tutorial. And let's dive into the coding part straight away. Hello guys, welcome to the code part of Gemini API tutorial. So today we'll be looking into how the Gemini API works. So at first, what you need to do is you need to install the Google Generative AI library from Python. So what you will be doing is pip install Google Generative AI. So if you are doing it in Jupyter Notebook, you will have to do this exclamatory mark. I've just commented it out. I've just tested it out before, so I've just installed it. So just install it first and then we will move to the code part. Okay, so after you install it, you need to import Google Generative AI and Gen AI. Then you need to configure the API key. So you can generate the API key through the Google AI Studio. Go to AI Studio and from there generate the API key. And this API key you don't need to put in the code part. You can create a .env file and put it there also. Just for the sake of this video, I'm just putting it here and I'm keeping it. In the other videos, I have told you how you can go through my other videos and check how you can create a separate .env file and put your keys there. Okay, this key will be deleted after this video. Okay. Then we need to mention the model. So, model is so you need to mention the model equal to GenAI dot generative AI model. Then you need to mention the Gemini model that is currently I'm using 1.5 Flash. You can use 2.0 Flash experimental or the 1.5 Pro also. So now I need to I'm just using two things. The first way is in the next part you need to give the response. For this response you need to pass on the prompt. So what prompt you need to pass on, you need to mention in this generate content. You can one more thing you can do, you can pass a prompt here and then you can pass that prompt also, or you can just write the prompt here itself. Okay, so what I have done, I've written the prompt here itself. Now I'm doing stream equal to false. So in this scenario, what will happen? All the response will be coming in this window itself. So let's run it and then we will show it to you how stream equal to true will work. Okay. So see what has happened. It gave you the response, the response to text is one time affair and it will give you all the response in a single time after all the generation of the content is done. So now let's comment it out and make stream equal to true. So if you are building a chat application in which you need streaming, live streaming, then you will be using something like this. Okay. So what you need to do is you whatever chunk that is coming in that response, you print it as it is. Okay. So you just run a for loop there and you need to mention in the response part, you need to mention stream equal to true. And for chunk and response, print that particular chunk. Okay. So let's see how it will come. So see, as the chunk is coming, it is printing. So this is how it will come in the in your output console. Okay. So now let's move to the next part. Next part is we are having a text and image input. The first part we did was text input and text output. The second part we are doing currently is text and image input will be given and text output will be expected. Okay, so what we are doing is again we are importing Google Generative AI Gen AI. To read that image, we are importing PIL. So you need to install this PIL in your system. So it is already installed here. If not installed in your systems, do install. Okay, and then we will be I'm just using Gemini Flash here just to show it to different models that are available. So again, the same thing, model equal to GenAI dot generative model, give the model name, and then this you need to open the image, whatever image that you have. Okay, So you like what I have all downloaded this image, and right now it is residing in the same folder as this IPNB file. So what I have done, I in this part I have given this instrument image. Okay, this is a typical just Jharkhandi musical instrument that we use. So now now what we are doing is we're reading that image from pil.image.open, and having in this parameter organ. So now in the response part, everything will be same. You need to pass on the prompt, and then you need to pass on the an image variable. So image variable here is organ, so I'm passing that variable. If it is multiple, so maybe organ 1, organ 2, you can pass on the image, a separate image, and pass on in the same prompt itself. Okay, so let's run this part. So see, it is showing that it is a instrument. So it is called Dhamasa. It is a traditional percussion instrument primarily in associated with the state of Jharkhand, India. Okay, and it's very significant in tribal music and dance traditions. Okay, so that response we have got. So in this scenario, we have passed on image, and we have passed on the prompt also. Okay, so now yeah, the text output we have already done. So in this part, what I'm trying to show you, you can configure this generate content. So I've configured this configured this stream equal to true in the previous one. So here we can give a generation config. This generation config, will you can mention what will the maximum output tokens that you wish to have, and then you can mention the temperature also. And one more thing that I have added, which I have not added in the first two things, were system instructions. So system instructions will be given while creating the model itself. So when you create this particular model instance, you need to give the system instruction. So I've given the system instruction that give the output in Hindi language itself, and then in the response part, we have a generation config in which we will be giving the max output token and the temperature part as well. Okay, so let's do it do the same thing. So see, now we are getting the output in Hindi because I have mentioned in the system output, and the output tokens is 1000 itself. Okay, temperature is 0.1. If I change the temperature, it will little bit change. So let's say if I make it 0.7. Okay, training on AI, just some language will change because the temperature, it is now a little bit more creative. Okay. So let's move to the next part. The next part is multi-turn conversations. So basically, what will happen if you create a chatbot in which you want the LLM to retain some of the memory part of it. So you what you can do is again same thing. You can call the model part. Then in the previous part, we what we were doing was we were having a response generate content, but in this chat part we need to create a stat chat thing. Okay, so instead of generate content, we will be doing a start chat. So in this part you need to mention the history of it, what is the context. So here we are doing just hi hello. So in this you can say that what is the what is the role of that chat part. So it's like basically we are doing the user input, and then we are giving the model output is giving okay. So if a user says hello, then it will say that great to meet you, what would you like to know. So now the next part will be the user input. Okay, so let's run it out, and then we'll see how it works. Okay, so the first thing is we are sending this chat message first time. We're giving him the memory that we have two dogs in my house, and then we'll see the response. Okay, and then for the second response, we are again sending this chat that okay, how many paws are there in my house. Okay, so let's see how we get the response. So see, in the first part, I have told the AI that we have two dogs in my house. So that's wonderful. So do you have any questions about your dogs? Would you like to know anything about them? So next question we have asked is how many paws are there in my house? Okay. So he is saying that each of your dog has four paws. There are eight paws in your house in addition of your yeah, own two. So basically there are 10. Okay. So now let's move to the next part. The next part is image input from an outside URL. Okay, so we have given like an image input from our local system. So, but if you are giving it from outside URL, you need to convert it into base 64 encoded version. Local parts also you can do the same, but yeah, it's better you can upload the local images also. So what Gemini does is if your image is little bit bigger, it makes it smaller, and sometimes if it is very small, then it will make it little bit bigger for the sake of it. So again, it's the same thing. So what additional we are doing is we are importing the base64 library, and we are importing the httpx library of Python, and using httpx dot get, we are downloading this image in this variable and then passing it out here. And then we are just converting this image part into base64 here and sending it there. Okay. So let's run it out. So see, so basically what you need to do in the generate content part, you need to give the mime tab. This is basically image or JPG, and you need to pass on the data in the form of base64. Okay, so base64, the base64 will do the base64 string, send the base64 string, and then we'll send the prompt part. Okay. So remember this part, this will be the same structure. If it is multiple also, multiple images, then prompt part will be remaining the same. Only this part will will be additional part again here. One more part will be the same thing, and the another data in which you can pass that content, image content, whatever the image content is there. Okay, in the next image. Okay, so see, this is the image of England, and it is just giving you the response of it. Now, next, let's move to the next part. The next part is the audio input. So the audio input is basically, again, we are uploading a file to Gemini. So first we'll do a GenAI dot upload file. So for video also it will be the same thing. So first import that generative AI Gen AI, then we'll upload that particular file, MP3 file, to my file, and then we will again call the model, and then we'll generate the model content. So we'll send the file and the we'll send the file and the prompt. Okay, so this file was my file and describe this audio clip. Okay, so let's run it. So this was a Punjabi song that I have picked up. So let's see. Yeah. So this audio clip is a Punjabi song, and the lyrics, while partially understandable even without knowing Punjabi, focus on romantic encounter, special night, and dancing. Okay. So now let's move to video upload. So video part is again the same thing, just like so we need to upload the file there. So what we will be doing is we'll again upload this. It takes little bit time to upload, and then check the status, whether if the status is, so let's run it first, and then I'll tell you. So basically I have created this grok video. Now this upload is completed. It is uploaded in Google, and so we will check whether this video is still in processing mode, or it is failed. So what happens is Google, once you upload this video, Google processes it out, and then if the status is processing, then you will be not status is processing or failed, then your prompt or anything will not be working. So you need to wait till this video is uploaded and then processed also. Okay, so we can check whether this is processing or not. So Google has given this code in their documentation. So see, it is still processing. Okay, as of now, and it won't until unless yeah, now this is done, the processing is done. Okay, now we can summarize this video. Okay, so what we will be doing, we will be sending this video file, whatever video file that we have imported. So video file name, so this video file we uploaded there, this video file and the prompt. Simple, the prompt will be summarize this video, and then we'll give the model, and then we'll use that model dot generate content, video file, and then the prompt part. Okay, then we can also give a timeout, because sometimes if the video is very large, and it will keep on it will take huge time. So I have taken a smaller video, and I hope that by the time we are running it out, it will work. Okay, so I've given a 10 minutes of timeout. So let's say if I give it maybe 180 seconds. Okay, and we'll see how much time it takes. So last time it took around a minute or two. So let's see how much it is taking as of now. So you need to check this processing and failed status also. So or so sometimes it takes a little bit time of it, to do that this particular portion. If not, we will, if it is a timeout by 180 seconds, we will move to something else. That is code execution by Gemini. Okay. So I'll just explain. In the code execution part, sometimes you need the Gemini to run a code for you, and then give you the final output answer. So you just need to, while creating this tools equal to code education can be used in both in the model part and the response part also. So that is up to you, wherever you want to use. So I'll be using it in the code execution part here itself, and then we'll see how it is coming up. So see, it is still 90 seconds have gone by, and it is not able to summarize this video. So it will take some sort of time out there. So maybe I'll do it later on, once everything is done. So I'll just stop it right now. Okay, and then so let's move to the code execution of Gemini. So uh, Gemini, what Gemini does is this code execution part. The prompt that we are giving in this code execution is, what is the sum of the first 50 prime numbers. So at first we need to generate the first 50 prime numbers, and then it will calculate it, and then give us the final answer also. Okay. So see how it is coming up. Okay, so what it does, will know. So at first it is generating the code, then it is uh, sorry. So at first what it does is, basically it generates a code to check whether the number is a prime number or not, and then this code is run by it. So it is running all the code, all of this, and then it is giving you the see what it is does, uh, identify the first 50 prime numbers and calculate the sum using a Python function. So first it is writing the code. So it is writing a prime number code, and then it will run this prime number code and give us the number. Okay. So that's and the final is, see, the sum of first 50 prime number is 5117. Therefore the first 50 prime numbers is, the sum of first 50 prime numbers is 5117. Yeah, so now let's move to the PDF input part. So in the PDF input part, what we need to do is, the same thing that we used to do in the image part. So what we were doing is, we were upload sending this image part image URL part as a base 64. So here also we need to send this PDF as a base 64. So we are just converting this image the PDF as base 64, and then sending our along with our prompt to the generate content part. Okay, so let's run it and then see how it is working. So it takes around 30-40 seconds. So we can wait for that. Otherwise, it will be same thing. You can just try to run it on your own systems, and we'll see how it is working. So the time it takes to download the systems, basic download the PDF and then use it. So last time it gave me an output in 40 seconds. So let's hope that it doesn't exceed this time. Yeah. So see, this is a paper based introduced AlphaFold by this Google part itself. Okay, uh, Google DeepMind. Hello guys. Yeah, let's come back to this video one. So we had uploaded the video out there, and it is uploaded and processed. So now let's summarize this video again. Where last time it got a timeout. So before timeout, we didn't have that much time. So let's run it out and see whether it is working or not, and how much time it is taking this time. So I hope yeah. So now it is giving me once it is uploaded and processed there, so then it is giving me a response in 11 seconds. Okay, so see the summary of the video presented is Llama open source AI model from Meta. He shows how to access and use it. User with sufficient resources can download the models, and for other Meta AI provides access by its website. Okay, so this is a tutorial by me only, and now it is working. So I hope you like this. So do like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you, everyone.